I'm ready to quit. Had a good night out tonight. Went to the Coffee Tea Lounge. Had a couple of pints of London fog, and I feel wonderful. So one of my favorite pixies. I've missed her very much. She was once very special to me. It was nice to see her. Sometimes you have to go visit old muses to get your inspiration back. Regardless of the way you feel, sometimes it's just nice to connect, even on a spiritual level. You have to hunt for muses. They become the reason you write. They become the inspiration. They become the motivation. It's just, I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but it's a true cliche. Whether you get the girl or not, the want and desire, does that make you a better person or just a guy who hides in his own dream? You make a move, you make a pitch for it, it makes you a better man, or at least makes you a more exciting man. The acquisition is only the end story. The journey is where it all begins. Fuck off. 20 captains. Amon Ross St. Brown. Puka Nakua. Kyron Williams. Matt Stafford. Cooper Cup. Jared Goff. Jameer Gibbs. Sam Laporta. David Montgomery. Demarcus Robinson. Josh Reynolds. Mark Badgley. Brett Mayer. That's who their kicker is. That was driving me crazy. Dennis Allen. Does that mean no Higby? Yeah, look at that. Higby's all the way. Higby is below Davis Allen. Wow. Jamison Williams. Tyler Higby. Demoted to tight end 2. Lions D. Rams D. Tutu Atwell. And the final possible captain for consideration, Khalif Raymond. Start from the top, go all the way down to the bottom. The bottom's up. Top card in the deck, Amon Ross St. Brown. Brought in 7 of 10 targets for 144 yards and a touchdown in the Lions' win over the Vikings on Sunday. St. Brown found himself in a familiar position of leading the Lions across the board in receiving categories, essentially playing a normal amount of snaps in a game Detroit needed to position itself for a potential ascension to the number 2 seed. The third-year wideout's yardage total was his second tally of the season, and he heads into the postseason riding the momentum of a 119, 1,515, 10 line across 16 regular season contests, including 3 100-yard efforts in the last 4 games. Gee, I'm glad I faded him last fucking week. God damn. Do this, Kennedy. Jason Kabinda reverted to the practice squad Monday. After spending much of the campaign on IR with a knee injury, Kabinda was activated ahead of Detroit's Week 17 loss to Dallas. He was subsequently waived but then re-signed to the team's practice squad ahead of Sunday's season finale versus Minnesota. In addition to contributing on special teams, Kabinda has also worked as both a fullback and a tight end, and he has an especially good chance of being elevated for Detroit's wildcard game against the Rams on Sunday if Sam Laporta and/or Brock Wright can't suit up. So Kabinda has also worked as both a fullback and a tight end. He has an especially good chance of being elevated if Sam Laporta. Wow, all right, $200 pile. Sam Laporta is on the board. Brock Wright is on the board. Jason Kabinda, could he be the $200 man? Has he had any stats this year? No, no fucking stats. Ay, ay, ay. What's in this game? This is what, 15,000, 15 large, the first place. 150 grand in the pot. Baby, I gotta take you with me to the bar next time. We gotta test you out in public. All right, baby. I'm gonna take you to the T-bar next time. Ferkser. No, old news. Was it old news? One second. When were the games? Sundays. Did Ferkser play in the game? Was it before the game? Yeah, this was. I read that story, right? I read that story before the goddamn game against the Vikings, right? Yeah, the 6th. The game was played on the 7th. Yes. So it's got to be the 7th or on. Anything from before the 7th is old news. Antoine Green did not catch a pass during Sunday's win over the Vikings. Green was active for the first time since Week 10, but did not get any work in the passing game. Even if Jamison Williams and/or Khalif Raymond missed time in the playoffs, Green is highly unlikely to make much of a dent in the box score. So Jamison Williams, Khalif Raymond. But all these guys are banged the fuck up, which is just wonderful. Football is such a fucking pain in the ass. They mentioned Wright, right? But they didn't mention Jamison Williams. Sam Laporta and Brock Wright can't suit up. I mean, Bender's intriguing. Antoine Green, they say he's not going to do shit. However, he could. Look, we took that guy for some reason on a bunch of my best ball lineup because he was a late round draft pick. And this could be the fucking game where he finally does something. For 200 bucks, I may have to take him. Old news. Let me see that Antoine Green report one more time here. Was he targeted at all? He was targeted against Baltimore. You never know. You never know. Remember, who the hell was going to call Trent Sherfield? Somebody that went home with $20,000 because he said Trent Sherfield, who is literally 0.01% owned. You want to know why? Because the one person that owned him was the guy that took it home. Goddamn Trent fucking Sherfield. Putting my feet in a massager now because now I'm aggravated. There we go. Feet in the massager. Otherwise, I'll go all restless leg all over it. Forrestal. Son of it. Trying to find perhaps a sleeper. Hunter Long. I stocked up on Hunter Long and he ended up on injured reserve. Lost a lot of money that weekend. Royce Freeman rushed 4 times for 2 yards and caught his lone target for 13 yards during Sunday's victory against San Francisco. Freeman essentially split snaps with starter Ronnie Rivers, but was ineffective with his limited touches aside from his lone catch, the first of the season. In 14 games of the Rams this season, Freeman finished with a modest 77-319, rushing line as the tertiary option in the backfield behind Kyren Williams and Rivers, and he'll likely retain the same limited role in the Rams' playoff opener against the Lions. So one for Rivers, one for Williams. Rivers is on the board. Kyren Williams is on the board. Donovan Peoples-Jones caught 2 targets for 25 yards during Sunday's win over the Vikings. Peoples-Jones caught passes on consecutive plays in the third quarter, but was otherwise unheard of from most of the game. However, if Jamison Williams and Khalif Raymond are unable to play against the Rams in the wild card round, Peoples-Jones could potentially serve as the number 3 receiver behind Amon-Ra St. Brown and Josh Reynolds going forward, which is a role that would take on heightened importance if tight end Sam Laporta misses time as well. They got everybody in there, Jesus. That's 2 for Laporta, 2 for Williams, 2 for Raymond. St. Brown is on the board. And Reynolds is on the board. Tyler Johnson secured 2 of 3 targets for 8 yards and a touchdown during Sunday's victory against San Francisco. With the Rams resting players, Johnson was activated from the practice squad for the second time this season and made his first appearance in a game since 2022 count. Carson Wentz threw a dart to Johnson in the back of the end zone on a crucial third down, giving Johnson an 8-yard touchdown catch, his first score since his rookie campaign with Tampa Bay in 2020. The Rams are firmly entrenched with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and Demarcus Robinson as their starters, and have Tutu Atwell, Ben Skowronek, and Austin Trammell as backups. So Johnson's time on the main roster this season is likely over, barring an injury in the playoffs. That's a whole lot of names. Holy shit. Carson Wentz on the board. Look, Stafford can get injured. If Wentz comes in and you're the only motherfucker that has him in the captain's chair, guess what? 15 grand. It's called the Mariota Paradox. Kupp is on the board. Puka is on the board. Demarcus Robinson is on the board. Tutu Atwell is on the board. Ben Skowronek is on the board. Austin Trammell is on the fucking board. This is the playoffs. Everybody's got to step up in the playoffs. But not Ben Skowronek because he sucks. Bryson Hopkins caught 2 of 3 targets for 47 yards during Sunday's win against San Francisco. Despite taking only 18 snaps on offense behind starter Davis Allen, Hopkins managed to make the biggest impact on the stat sheet, including a game-long 29-yard reception on a lengthy third down to help extend a drive that led to a Tyler Johnson touchdown. With Tyler Higbee and Allen the primary tight ends for the Rams this season, Hopkins managed just 5 catches for 78 yards in 14 games and will be a reserve behind the duo in the playoffs unless Higbee misses more time with his injury. This fucking guy 2 years ago was the 6th card in a 6-figure fucking lineup because me and every other moron took whatever the fuck the guy's name was that played behind Higbee when this guy was the tight end too. God damn. Tyler Johnson is on the board. Tyler Higbee is on the board. Davis Allen is on the board. Everybody's name's coming out today, huh? Brock Wright will practice this week and is on pace to play in the wild card round. Wright sat out for Detroit's last 3 regular season games due to a hip injury he sustained in Week 15 versus the Broncos. But it looks like he should come back for the Lions' wild card matchup versus the Rams. If Sam Laporta is sidelined, Wright could project as the Lions' starting tight end. It's 3 for Laporta. So much for the glory of Jason Cabinda. James Mitchell caught his only target for 24 yards during Sunday's win over the Vikings. Mitchell logged more than a quarter of the offensive snaps for a third straight game and has now caught a pass in 2 in a row. With Sam Laporta possibly to miss time and Brock Wright having yet to return to practice, Mitchell could be next up as the starting tight end ahead of the wildcard round and a matchup with the Rams, who allowed the second most touchdowns and the 4th most receiving yards to tight ends in 2023. While Mitchell is just 13 catches in 28 games over the past 2 years, 22 fifth-round pick was a versatile athlete at Virginia Tech, where Mitchell averaged 16.1 yards per reception and notched 5 rushing touchdowns on his 7th collegiate carries. So that's a lot of information they just gave you about this fucking backup tight end. It's not like he's a bargain. He's $2,400 fucking dollars. If this was a $200 guy, I'd throw him in every fucking lineup. This guy could be the key. They're saying Brock Wright projects as the starting tight end, but he's still banged the fuck up, whereas this guy's healthy. And it's pretty much sounding like Sam fucking Laporta ain't playing. It's 4 for Laporta. It's 2 for Wright. And they've given you all this information. He was a versatile athlete, 16.1 yards per reception, 5 rushing touchdowns. I don't know, man. I'm starting to like this motherfucker. Starting to like some James Mitchell action. Ronnie Rivers Rushed 13 times for 52 yards and was not targeted as a receiver in Sunday's win over the Niners. Breakout tailback Kyron Williams was rested along with several of the key starters for Sunday's inconsequential contest, which afforded Rivers a chance to make a rare start. The stout running back averaged 40 yards on his 13 carries, but he finished as the club's second leading rusher behind quarterback Carson Wentz's line. Rivers nearly doubled his season rushing total from the previous 8 appearances, highlighting just how small his role is when Williams is active, which should be the case next Sunday's playoff matchup against the Lions. That's 2 for Williams. So essentially, they're telling you that Ronnie Rivers is still a backup, but again, remember, Kyron Williams gets injured, shit goes down. Carson Wentz, that is 2 for Wentz. I definitely am thinking about throwing down $3 to throw Carson Wentz into a fucking captain's chair. Because Matt Stafford gets injured. This is the playoffs. This is the fucking playoffs. All right, I believe this takes us into possible captain territory. Khalif Raymond ruled out for the rest of Sunday's game against the Vikings. Raymond sustained the knee injury in the second half of Sunday's contest and will not return. He finishes the day with 2 catches for 50 yards and returned 4 punts for 89 yards. Yeah, that guy ain't fucking playing. Raymond, you're out. Carson Wentz, you're in. Give me Wentz. Where? By Demarcus Robinson. Boom. So Wentz. It's 10-2, then 9. Yep, there we go. Carson Wentz is now in the captain's fucking chair. Tutu Atwell caught 2 of 4 targets for 7 yards and rushed once for -4 yards during Sunday's victory against San Francisco. He also recorded a 2-point conversion. With Cooper Kupp's out and Puka Nacua and Demarcus Robinson time on the field capped to keep them healthy for the playoffs, Atwell took the field for 64 of the Rams' 67 snaps on offense, his highest snap share since Week 8 against the Cowboys. Despite the increased role, Atwell managed only a pair of short gains on his 2 catches, and another pass attempt from quarterback Carson Wentz went straight through Atwell's hands and was intercepted by the 49ers safety Taylor Hawkins. With a 39-483 3 receiving line over 16 games this season is an improvement over the Louisville Products rookie campaign, it still has to be considered a disappointment given the exception of a much bigger role for Atwell. The rise of Robinson in recent weeks as a starter alongside Kupp and Nacua has relegated Atwell to a backup role entering the playoffs. Still, this fucking guy had a couple of big games, so he's always in the mix. Kupp, Puka, DeMarcus, and Wentz. Right? So that's 3 for Wentz. That's 2 for Kupp. That's 2 for Puka. That's 2 for Roberts. Rams D, Lions D. Tyler Higbee. Inactive for Sunday's game against the Niners. So this is before. Inadmissible. Yeah, but this is. You know what? This is relevant. So fuck it. We got to read it. Higbee is inactive for Sunday's game against the Niners. After he was unable to practice in any fashion this week, Higbee carried a doubtful designation to the regular season finale. He'll surprisingly sit out Sunday, but if he's able to take a step forward in practice activity during the upcoming week, Higbee should be available to play in the Rams' road playoff game in the wild card round. Davis Allen is expected to serve as Los Angeles starting tight end Sunday, with Bryson Hopkins working as an understudy. You know what? I'm not going to admit any of the data. I just wanted to read it. Inadmissible. Jamison Williams. Coach Dan Campbell said Monday that Williams is expected to be good to play Sunday against the Rams. Williams missed practice last Wednesday with an ankle injury and then came down with an illness Thursday. He sat out Week 18's finale against the Vikings, but is expected to practice this week, leading up to Sunday's playoff game. Williams can take on a bigger target workload if Sam Laporta is unable to play. 5 for Sam Laporta. They're telling you that Williams is a go. Davis Allen. secured all 4 targets for 25 yards during Sunday's victory against San Francisco. With Tyler Higbee out, Allen took over once again as the Rams' starting tight end and was a solid safety valve for Carson Wentz. Allen's rookie campaign looked like it would be mostly relegated to bench duty with Higbee, Hunter Long, and Bryson Hopkins starting out ahead of him on the depth chart. But injuries thrust him into an expanded role by week 14. His 10.95 run line in 15 games this season may not leap off the charts, but Allen has proven to be a viable option in the passing game if Higbee is unable to take the field in the Rams' playoff opener against Detroit. So Wentz, Higbee, Hopkins, because Long ain't playing. That's 4 for Wentz. That's 2 for Higbee. And Bryson Hopkins is on the board. Is that light? That's just fucking WrestleMania on my TV. No, WrestleMania. Davis fucking Allen. Brett Maher connected on one of 2 extra point attempts during Sunday's victory against San Francisco. The veteran kicker didn't get much to do in his first game since returning to the Rams to replace the struggling Lucas Harvick. With no field goals attempted in the contest, Maher had his second straight extra point attempt on the day sail while he left. A discouraging sign for a Rams team that struggled mightily from the position all year. Maher ends his abbreviated 2023 campaign 17 for 23 on field goal attempts and 13 for 15 on PATs, and a look to avoid repeating his disastrous 2022 postseason performance with the Cowboys, where he missed 5 of 6 PATs in 2 games. Oh yeah, this guy sucked. But he's had a couple of big games, so he is in captain consideration for the sole fact that he will be 0% owned. Michael Badgley converted his lone field goal attempt in 3 of 4 PATs during Sunday's win over the Vikings. When Badgley remains perfect on field goal tries this year, he missed an extra point attempt for the second time in 3 weeks. The Miami product thus finishes the regular season with 4 field goals and 12 PATs in 4 games for Detroit. Numbers that reflect the Lions' success in ending drives with touchdowns down the stretch. Badgley looked to tack on more production against the Rams in the NFC wildcard round. Big bad Badgley. Josh Reynolds caught 5 of 7 targets for 44 yards during Sunday's win over the Vikings. Reynolds technically saw his most action in the passing game since week 1, and it came in the absence of Jameson Williams. However, with the receiver needing 36 yards to hit the 600 on the year and trigger a $250,000 bonus in his contract, quarterback Jared Goff peppered Reynolds with 4 straight passes in Detroit's final 4 offensive plays. Reynolds otherwise finished a distant third in targets behind Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta. With that said, each of Laporta, Williams, and Khalif Raymond could be banged up entering the wildcard round of the playoffs, leaving Williams as the potential number 2 option in the passing game ahead of the revenge matchup with the Rams. Oh shit, Reynolds was a Ram too, huh? Fucking A. All right, so that's 3 for Williams, Jameson Williams. That is 2 for Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's 6 for Laporta. That's 3 for Raymond. And 1 for Goff. Jared Goff is on the board. Revenge. Where are we? Demarcus Robinson. Old news. Wow. Yeah, but he came up big in all those other games and he rested week 18, so they got nothing to say on him. What we got here? Inactive for Sunday's matchup. Yeah, that's old news. Practice squad. Oh, yeah, this is new. All right. So, Rams reverted Dresser Wynn to the practice squad Monday. Wynn was called up to the Rams' regular season finale to serve as the backup to Carson Wentz with Matt Stafford resting. It was the second time Wynn was elevated to the active roster, with the first instance taking place week 9 against the Packers. 5 for Wentz. Matt Stafford is on the board. David Blowjob, Teddy Bitchwaters, Carson Wentz. Completed 17 of 24 pass attempts for 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception while adding 56 yards and a rushing touchdown on 17 carries in Sunday's win over San Francisco. Wentz made his first start of the season Week 18 with starter Matt Stafford resting for the playoff-bound Rams. The veteran backup generated 3 touchdowns while leading his team to victory Sunday. Wentz will continue backing up Stafford for as long as the Los Angeles playoff run lasts before becoming an unrestricted free agent this upcoming offseason. Stafford. That's 2 for Stafford. I'm telling you, Stafford could go down in this fucking game. And Wentz could come in and be the new Nick Foles. What? It hasn't happened all fucking year? We haven't lost every quarterback? Montgomery rushed 10 times for 40 yards with 1 touchdown during Sunday's win over the Vikings. While Montgomery drew the start and played into the fourth quarter with the rest of the Lions starters, he saw less work than Jahmyr Gibbs, who rushed 13 times for 30 yards and a touchdown on his own. However, the production was enough for the Iowa State product to end his first season with Detroit with more than 1,000 rushing yards in 13 games while averaging in 1 rushing touchdown per contest. With each of Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, and Khalif Raymond banged up, the Lions can lean heavily on the run game in a matchup with the Rams in the NFC wildcard round. Gibbs is on the board. Laporta, that's 7. Jameson Williams, that's 4. Khalif Raymond, 4. Sam Laporta, the man of the hour. Head coach Dan Campbell said that Laporta has an outside shot to play in Sunday's wildcard game against the Rams. Laporta exited this past Sunday's win over the Vikings with what was been reported as a hyperextended left knee and bone bruise after his foot got stuck in the turf, forcing his knee to bend the wrong way. He needed to be carted to the locker room, but the diagnosis is much better than initially feared. If Laporta can't play against Los Angeles, Brock Wright, if he's available, and James Mitchell would appear to be the next players up at tight end for Detroit. Campbell said he doesn't anticipate signing a player at the position this week. That's 3 for Wright, and James Mitchell is on the board. Jahmyr Gibbs rushed 13 times, 30 yards, and a touchdown, and failed to bring in his only target in the Lions' win over the Vikings on Sunday. The rookie had a quiet finish to his first regular season, except for a 3-yard scoring run in the first quarter. Gibbs' touches were limited more than usual with the postseason on the horizon, and the Alabama product is expected to play a big role in the playoffs after the regular season that saw him compile 945 rushing yards, 316 receiving yards, and 10 total touchdowns in 15 games. All right. Jared Goff completed 23 of 32 passes for 320 yards with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions in the Lions' win over the Vikings on Sunday. The Lions treated the regular season finale as a normal game in terms of personnel usage, and Goff was a beneficiary in the form of his 5th 300-yard game of the campaign. The veteran signal caller honed in on Amon-Ra St. Brown as usual, connecting with his top target on 7 occasions for 144 yards, including a 70-yard touchdown pass. Goff also hit Sam Laporta for a 2-yard touchdown toss to open the scoring in the first quarter, and he finishes the season with the second highest touchdown total of his career. The Lions will be either the number 2 or number 3 seed in the NFC, depending on the outcome of the Cowboys and Eagles games in the late window. So Brown and Laporta. That's 8 for Laporta. That's 3 for Brown. Cooper Kupp. Inactive for Sunday's game against the Niners. Head coach Sean McVay has already revealed at the beginning of Week 18 prep that Kupp would be held out for rest purposes in the regular season finale. But the Rams still opted to list the receiver as doubtful in their injury report. As anticipated, Kupp is inactive for the contest, leaving Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell, Ben Skowronek, Tyler Johnson, and Austin Trammell as the team's available receivers for Sunday's game. Kupp will return to action in the wild card round when the Rams play a road game against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. That's 3 for Puka. That's 3 for Robinson. That's 2 for Atwell. That's 2 for Skawarnik, 2 for Trammell, 2 for Johnson. Matthew W. Stafford. Inactive for Sunday's game against the Niners. Head coach Sean McVay has already revealed at the beginning of Week 18 prep that Stafford could be held out for rest purposes in the regular season finale. But the Rams still opted to list the veteran signal caller as doubtful on their final injury report. As anticipated, Stafford is inactive for the contest, allowing Carson Wentz to make his first start with the Rams with the practice squad call-up Dresser Wynn serves as his backup. Stafford will return to action in the wild card round when the Rams play a road game against the yet to be determined opponent. See, this is old news. It doesn't count. I'm schmuck. I shouldn't have read it, but I did. Kyron Williams is inactive for Sunday's game against the fucking 49ers. Head coach Sean McVay already revealed at the beginning of Week 18 prep that Williams would be held out for rest purposes in the regular season finale. But the Rams, it's the same thing. They just read. But the Rams still opted to list the second-year running back as doubtful on their final injury report. As anticipated, Williams is inactive for the contest, leaving Ronnie Rivers, Royce Freeman, and Zach Evans as the team's available options out of the backfield Sunday. Williams will reprise against a yet to be determined. Fuck you with fucking old goddamn stupid stories. Puka Nacua corralled all 4 of his targets for 41 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's win over the Niners. Nacua wasn't expected to do much from a fantasy perspective Sunday, after the Rams announced that they would be removing the breakout star from the contest once he gained 29 yards to set the new rookie all-time record for receiving yards in a single season. The BYU product came one shy of Bill Groman's previous mark of 1,473 yards set in 1960 when he caught a 19-yard touchdown to cap off the Los Angeles opening drive Sunday. Nacua didn't see another target until the start of the third quarter, when he notched a pair of short receptions to clink the NFL rookie rushing records, also passing Jalen Waddle's 104 receptions set in 2021. Nakua's final rookie line of 105, 1,406 is more than the Rams could have hoped for from a fifth-round selection. The 23-year-old can continue shattering expectations for the Rams in the upcoming wildcard round of the playoffs. Oof, it's a mouthful. Let's count up the votes. On the Rams side, it's 2 for Stafford, 1 for Rivers, 2 for Kyron, 5 for Wentz, 2 for Cup, 3 for Puka, 3 for Robinson, 2 for Atwell, 2 for Skawarnik, 2 for Trammell, 2 for Johnson, 2 for Higbee, 1 for Allen, 1 for Hopkins. So this is what we're going to do. Hopkins out, Allen out. Higbee, all those twos cancel each other out because they're all the same fucking story. So Higbee's out, Johnson's out, Trammell's out, Skawarnik's out, Atwell's out. We got Robinson and Nacua are both 3s. Cooper Kupp's at 2. So I'm going to put him as a tie with everybody else. I'm going to cancel him out. Carson Wentz, we're not putting in the core. We're giving him a captain's chair just in case he comes in for what's his face, Stafford. Kyron Williams is also at 2, so again I have to cancel him out. And Rivers. Leaving me Puka and DeMarcus Robinson, which I like. Let's keep that open on that side. On the Detroit side, we got Sam Laporta's got 8, but he hyperextended his fucking knee. He ain't playing. Which makes James Mitchell, out of all these cards that I read, James Mitchell was the most intriguing. They gave you a lot of fucking information about versatile. Something I like about that. So I'm thinking I'm going to put James Mitchell as my 6th card. Regardless. Let's count the votes here. So Laporta's out. We got Brock Wright's got 3. Jamison Williams got 4. Khalif Raymond's got 4. Again, it was the same exact story over and over again. So I'm canceling Raymond and Williams out. Amon-Ra St. Brown has got 3, along with Brock Wright. Then we got Reynolds, Goff, and Gibbs, one each. The last time I won money was because I ran Goff and St. Brown together as handcuffs, along with Allen and Diggs. I had Mitchell as my 6th card. I'm going to keep that trio together. The question is, do we run it with Puka or do we run it with Montgomery? Montgomery, every time you ignore him, that fucker's getting in the end zone. Here's what I know I'm doing. I'm running Goff Amon-Ra St. Brown and James Mitchell. So let's just put that across the top real quick. Goff. Already got St. Brown in there. James Mitchell. There's just something about the way they explained his card that's got me intrigued. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Let's see what we got left in terms of cap. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. St. Brown. There's Goff already. Mitchell. Gibbs, St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Laporta, I feel like I got to keep him in that captain's chair in case he plays. So I have him in there at low owned captain. Worst comes to worst, if he's out, you put in a. If he's out, where is he? Let's see. Let's just see. If Sam Laporta doesn't play, you put in a Mitchell or Montgomery in that spot. So there you go. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Montgomery, St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Carson Wentz. Could it fucking be the day? St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Demarcus Robinson, a captain, absolutely. Frozen here. If you live in this, what happened just now? That really just happened. We're streaming. Did I really just get knocked out? Oh, you fucking cunt. Oh, you fucking cunts. Better fucking restore all 20 of those fucking windows. Holy shit, they did it. Wonderful. Gotta start the fuck over again here. You love when the internet just fucking capped out on you. A second, I need some water. Unfucking believable here. Let's try this again. St. Brown. Goff. We thank you for your patience. Want these triplets together. I'm thinking I'm going to run Montgomery. Cook and Robinson, you could run them together, but I don't see it. I feel like Montgomery's the X factor. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. Oh, I gotta do the fucking captains all over again. Motherfucking cunt. I gotta do that before I forget. Stafford, Cup, Goff, Gibbs. Laporta's not fucking playing. Montgomery, Wentz, Robinson. Reynolds. Badgley. Brett Mayer. Dennis Allen. Williams will give a captain's chair to, absolutely. Higby, I'm thinking we're going to skip Higby. Lions D. Rams D. Tutu Atwell. He's worth it. Raymond, I'm not feeling Khalif Raymond. But I will stick Mitchell in a captain's chair. We get a freebie here. There's nobody else down here. Although, this could be a fucking crazy sleeper. Potentially serve as the number 3 receiver behind Amon-Ra St. Brown and Josh Wood. Heightened. Yeah, he's the 20th captain. All right, back across. We're up late. If you're up late, fuck it, let's be patient. St. Brown, Goff, let's just do this all over again. Mitchell. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. St. Brown. Goff's already there. Mitchell. St. Brown. Goff. 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 Mitchell. Brett Mayer. St. Brown. Goff. Mitchell. 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 We got Mitchell with St. Brown and Goff. We got Donovan Peoples-Jones, crazy long shot. St. Brown, Goff, Mitchell. All right. That took a while. All right. So again, St. Brown we took care of. So you got Goff. We like the handcuff to St. Brown there. Puka and Robinson. So here's what I'm thinking. If we can get Puka, we can try and get Puka. If we can't afford Puka, we go for Robinson. And then Montgomery is another possible option. So let's say we go for Puka here. We got plenty here. We got enough to get Kyron fucking Williams. We also got enough for Montgomery, which I like. Leaving us. Ooh, shit, I like that. Dennis fucking Allen right there. Or Jamison Williams is the wild card. So you already got Goff, Mitchell, St. Brown, Montgomery in there. We don't need another fucking target. Dennis fucking Allen right there, tight end. I love tight ends. Fuckers get in the end zone. All right, now I got Puka. So Puka's already in there. So Puka's my priority. After that, I want Montgomery. What we got left? 48. Which gets me Badgley or Mayer. Of course, you're going to take fucking Badgley. Ooh, but Dennis Allen's sitting there again. These kickers are getting in the fucking game. I like this. This is a Puka with a 5 fucking line stack underneath. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Now, could we keep getting Puka here? We can. With 15 left, who I believe gets me Donovan Peoples fucking Jones. Fuck Skawarnik. And they told you Tyler Johnson ain't doing shit, whereas Donovan Peoples Jones will potentially be the number 3 if all these banged up fucking Lions can't play. He'll at least get out there for a couple of crazy spread plays. Stafford, you got to give him Puka. With 21 left, we do better than Peoples Jones. Brock Wright, Bryson Hopkins. Hopkins is tempting. Just because of that Super Bowl nostalgia. No, commit to your 6 card. Keep waiting for Donovan Peoples Jones to have that fucking pop off game. Now, Cooper Cup. Do we want to go for Puka as well? Let's say we go for Montgomery instead. Then you go Demarcus Robinson underneath instead of Puka. Now, if you take Puka, you got 24 left for Hopkins, Peoples Jones. I say we do 2 Cooper Cups, right? Unless we want Peoples Jones here. Yeah, I'm not feeling Bryson Hopkins. I'm feeling Peoples Jones. Let's ditch the captain down here. Mitchell, Peoples Jones. Anybody we can drop off here. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of Brett fucking Mayer. We're gonna take Cooper Cup instead of Puka. This time we'll take Montgomery and Demarcus Robinson. So 2 Cooper Cup lineups. Goff. So we got plenty of room here. We're gonna go with Puka. We got room for Montgomery. With enough left for, oh, we just missed Robinson. But with Goff at the captain spot, let's get Josh Reynolds in there. Let's give him a shit ton of fucking targets. Just Goff just fucking smashing targets. That is what we like to call a Jared Goff slaughter stack. Gibbs. Let's get Puka in there. With 36 left over for Rams D or Tutu Atwell. We should go right down to Donovan Peoples Jones. Yep. I'm leaving the money on the table. I'm committing to my 6 card. Montgomery up top. So now we can grab some Puka action. With enough left over for either DeMarcus Robinson or Badgley. I say DeMarcus. Let's go for the shootout. Or do you want to go slaughter stack? Either Badgley or Robinson. I feel like let's get rid of Badgley and do another Montgomery lineup. Yeah. We're going to drop Badgley for another Montgomery lineup. This way, instead of having to choose, we'll do Puka and Badgley. So we get our slaughter stack with Montgomery up top. And I get some variety with DeMarcus Robinson underneath instead of Badgley. Bang. I get both lineups. I'm not worried about losing the kickers. Fuck fucking kickers. Carson Wentz. Give him some Puka action. And Montgomery. Oh, that makes me so happy. Carson Wentz gets in this game early. If like Stafford goes out in like the first quarter, like Aaron Rodgers or some shit, ooh, that money's mine. Puka and Montgomery. Need I say more? Got Reynolds up top. Let's get Puka in there. Puka. Gibbs. We can go Gibbs instead of Montgomery. Can the rookie step up big in this game? Yeah, let's do it. Dennis Allen and some Puka. What do we got? Ooh, Kyron Williams. Ooh, shit. Puka or Cooper Cup? And it's saying you're going up against the Lions D, but I mean, come on. This is the fucking playoffs. Kyron. Jameson up top, absolutely. And Kyron. Bang. Lions D. Puka. Kyron. Finish it out. Rams D. Puka and Kyron. Bang. Bang. Tutu Atwell. Puka. Kyron. Absolutely. Don't underestimate the power of a Tutu Atwell explosive game. James Mitchell. So we get Puka. Can we get both Montgomery? I don't think we can get Montgomery. So let's get Montgomery. And Gibbs. Wow, a total slaughter stack. Fuck yeah, I'll do that. Like ultimate slaughter stack. Here we can go Puka and Montgomery. And since we have Peoples Jones there to be the explosive one, I would actually fade Mitchell here and grab Kyron Williams. And that could work. Ladies and gentlemen, that is fucking 20 solid fucking crazy contrarian lineups. I'm either going to be negative 60 or positive 15 grand. Because I don't think a lot of people are going to be running on some James Mitchell action. And definitely no Donovan Peoples Jones action. So may fate and fate decide your fortune if you should win. Blow your money. Faro's Lounge. Peace. Love. War. All that shit in between.